Hi folks, today we are going to be looking at how to graph the inverse of a function using our CAS. It's a fairly messy program, a fairly messy process, but I'll show it to you just more for interest than anything else. So first of all, on a graphs page, we want to graph our original function. So let's say f of x equals x squared. Now, it'd be nice if there was a built-in graph inverse, however there's not, at least not as far as I could tell. So, menu, actions, and we need to insert a text box. Now a text box, what goes in there is what's most important. Remember that an inverse, we switch the x and the y value around. So y equals f1 of x, we can write as x equals f1 of y to get the inverse. Again, using f1 because that is the name of our original function, f1 of x. So type that in, press enter. Now that's just a text box. What we want to do next is we want to move this. And we want to click and drag this actual item here. So if I move my cursor on top and press Control and then that center button, I can now move this around. And let's look what happens as I get close to one of the axes. It snaps on, and we can see this image of the inverse function. And it doesn't appear to matter which axis we move it to, but we'll move it to one of the axes, press enter, and now we can see a graph which is the inverse of f of x. I can go in then and change the original function that I had to anything that I might want. So let's just change it fairly basically. X squared plus 5, enter. Well, now I can't see anything. So let's zoom out just a little bit and see what we get. And sure enough, the inverse function is still there. Let's do one more time here. So if I have x cubed, also works, this light blue graph is still my inverse.